You know, I actually thought back to something that I said at the very beginning when I knew that, you know, we were going to have a really tough year. But then I've been here for 8 years, and it seems like every year's been tough. We haven't done a very good job in trying to move California forward and actually create the opportunity that California was so well known for. I made it very clear to a lot of groups early on that I wasn't going to be able to support any of the solutions if at the end of the day, and I put the package all together, I couldn't look my wife in the eye and be able to tell her that, honey, this will fix the problem so I can support it. And I just can't quite get there. I know that there's a lot of work that's been done, but, you know, there's some simple truths about this budget. This budget puts $14 billion worth of new taxes or an extension, whatever your definition may be, for this year alone. It gives you $50 billion in additional taxes over the next 5 years. It also, though, doesn't rein in spending. We're actually going to see a growth of over $26 billion in the budget over that next 3 years. I think there's, all the cuts that you say are being made, we would agree there's about $7 billion in total cuts that'll be made. It depends on your definition of what a cut really is. We do feel that there's about $7.5 billion in gimmicks, but that's nothing new because every year there's always a few gimmicks in there that try to help make things work. So that wasn't too unusual. You know, early on I also heard, though, that I think we're the party of no. You know, when I look at this proposal that's before us, what I see is no plan to put people back to work, no pension reform. Maybe we should put that on the ballot, give the people a chance to vote for pension reform. No spending cap, no change in government as usual. So I'm not sure really who the party of no is. This is more like the legislature of no. And I think we are letting down the people of California. You know, I said a long time ago, about 5, 6 years ago, I started trying to focus on what I thought was important on helping to save California, and that was unemployment was a big concern. Do you know that we now rank number 2, though, in having the highest unemployment in the state, in the country? We finally beat out Michigan. Okay, we're now number 2, they're number 3. We only have to overtake Nevada before we're number 1. You know, the best social program you'll provide somebody is a good paying job. And we're just not doing a very good job in creating that opportunity for anybody. We are wiping the middle class out of California. We're driving them out of this state. And you're not going to provide an opportunity for the economically challenged to climb a ladder and be successful unless you somehow reestablish the opportunity for the middle class to exist and to actually give an opportunity for a ladder for them, for the poor and the challenged to be able to climb this ladder. A lot of this is regulatory relief. I can't tell you the number of companies that have told me they can handle the little bit higher cost to do business in California. Frankly, it's worth it. But it's the regulatory environment that's strangling us. And yet we just keep piling more stuff on. And any proof of that, just take a look at what's been introduced in the Assembly just this last session. Most of it was vetoed last year for being anti-jobs or anti-business type legislation. When Toyota was leaving to California and heading off to Texas, closing down the Fremont plant, I remember a resolution being presented by my colleague Elaine Corbett that said we should do everything possible to keep all these jobs here. Yet what do? We keep piling more stuff on, more costs of doing business. That's what's causing this problem. So with all due respect, I know everybody's worked hard, we're tired, we still got a lot of work to do. I've been at this for 8 years now, because every year I've been here we've been in a crisis. But like I said at the beginning, and I'm going to say to my wife at home who I know is watching, honey, this just won't do it. And I can't support it, and I'm going to encourage everybody to vote against it.